Okay. So, so I'm talking about AWS transfer family. So yes, so you have your customer. Listen this first carefully. What is transfer family? Then we can do the practice on it. So transfer family meaning, let's say you have a customer. You don't want to create IAM user. You don't want to create a S3 bucket. You don't want to give S3 console access. You don't want to do anything. So generally, most of the customers are interested with the FTP. What is FTP? File transfer protocol, where you can transfer the files. You can transfer the files. Have you heard about FTP? Just at least have you heard about FTP? Right? So FTP is a file transfer protocol where we'll be having one tool and he will directly connect to it and then he start sending the data. So we need to make that easy to the customer. And customer says that, hey, I want to download some files, or I want to transfer some files to your environment. Let's say you are my customer. You are my customer, and I'm a AWS engineer guy in my company. So I want to give you access, FTP access, so that you can transfer your data to my account. So basically, which is the service is good to transfer the data? Where you store the data? S3. So basically, your customer, you will be doing the FTP to S3. Very important. You are doing the FTP to S3. But is that possible from S3 console? Have you anywhere saw that FTP? No. So if at all you want to do FTP, but which one is good? FTP or SFTP? Which one is good? Which one is secure? SFTP. Why secure meaning S is there? That's why it is. Huh? Yes, correct. Correct only. FTP meaning file transfer protocol. SFTP meaning secure file transfer protocol. So which one you should be suggesting it? SFTP. So how do you how a customer should transfer his data securely to S3 using SFTP is the concept today. You understand the topic, right? So this is very important and very easy also. I'll make this very easy for you. But the thing is, in real time, this will be nice, useful, because that's the reason why, even though I didn't promise this service, but I'm started teaching that because it's very important. Okay. Should we do this transfer family? Yes. And very good thing is here, this transfer family is completely managed by AWS. It's a fully managed service from AWS. Okay. So it's a fully managed service for the file transfer securely. And then very importantly, it supports SFTP, FTP, and FTPS. So you should ask, do you see here? Here it is SFTP, FTP, and FTPS. So what is this FTPS? FTPS meaning FTP over SSL. SFTP is different, FTPS is different. SFTP meaning it's a kind of it's a flavor of FTP only, but securely you're transferring it. And FTPS meaning you're file transferring through SSL. Remember HTTPS? You can secure it using HTTPS. No, using that HTTPS, you can go with this FTPS. But which one is suggestible here? I will be going with the SFTP. It supports so many protocols like this, but let's go with the SFTP, which is mostly commonly used in the industry, in the market, and then that is the secure way of doing it. Okay, Nana? What is SSL? What is SSL? Secure socket layer or shell, not shell. That is SSH. This is SSL layer. Okay. So now data can be transferred in and out of S3 buckets. Guys, I told you you can send the data to S3 and you can you can do in and out from S3 and also from EFS. What are the two services that this transfer family is supporting? Which service? S3 and EFS. So you can let's say as you are the customer, you can transfer the data to S3 also, or you can transfer the data to EFS also using what protocol? SFTP and EFS. S3 bucket and EFS. You got it? Okay. What are the two services that transfer family? You can transfer the data S3 and EFS. So which one should we take an example to do? Should we take S3? Yes, let's take S3, which is the mostly commonly used. So if you want to have an architecture diagram, so let's say for example, this is the user. Okay. User, or it can be a customer. So, and this is what? Bucket. So, uh, so S3 bucket. Okay. So this guy, the user has to transfer his data to S3 bucket using what protocol? SFTP. And how do we do this? So guys, it is not directly you can send that. For this, we need to create one server in between, which is called transfer server. What server is this? Transfer server. We need to create transfer server. So this transfer server will be created in transfer family service. S3 we can create, no, S3 bucket we can create. We can create a public bucket. And then which is this, and customer is you. So which is the one in the intermediate that we have? Transfer server. Where do you create the transfer server? In transfer family service, you need to create it. Okay. So now you are the user here. Guys, if you want to send the data to the S3 bucket, you need to have credentials, no? You need to have credentials. Without credentials, can you connect to any of the server? No, that credentials you will be creating here. Add user. So what we will be creating the users in the transfers, and we'll give that same user here, and that user will connect to the transfer server, and from transfer server anyways we will be connecting to the S3 bucket. So he will be sending his data using what? SFTP. Pradeep, put it that question to public. Someone will answer it. And then why you are asking EFS here now? And Pradeep is asking here, sir, can we mount one EFS to two instances in different availability zones? Have you completed EFS? Did you launch the EC2 instance in 1A and 1B? So that EFS is connected to the two different EC2 instances in different availability zones? Yes, then Pradeep, you have not done the practicals on EFS. Simple, correct? If you have done the practicals, this question will not be arise. That's a concept of EFS. Yeah. Okay. So guys, here, do you see this here? This transfer server should send the data to where? To S3 bucket. But the question here is, does the transfer server has access to S3 bucket? No. So what is the concept that I need to attach it here? What is the concept? Role. So I need to create a role. Okay. I need to create a IAM role. And what kind of permissions I need to give? S3 policy I need to attach. And then this role should be attached to whom? Which service? This role should be attached to transfer service. Till now we have learned to attach the role to EC2 instance and then to S3 and all. But now we are attaching it to which service? Transfer service. So that the transfer service, this server will have access to the S3 bucket. You got this point? So you can go with SFTP also, you can go with, and then basically you can configure this transfer server to take the request from SFTP, FTP, and FTPS. So you need to configure this transfer server on what protocol that you need, it should be connected the data, it should receive the data. Make sense? Any questions? Can you see the diagram? 1 minute. See the diagram 1 minute and put it in your brain how to do the practicals on it. See the diagram once. Yes. So the end, it can be S3 bucket or it can be EFS also. Okay. Got it, na? Okay, na? You understood? Any questions here? Okay. Because there are many services like this, but if you get this reference, this kind of diagram, it will be easily to understand how the task can be done. It's very easy, right? The diagrams are very important. Okay, now see here. Does this user should have full permissions to S3 bucket? That user is a third party or your customer or someone. So do we give the full access to S3 bucket? No. Either if you want to give full access, you can give it. Otherwise, can you just give very limited access? That means what kind of policy that we need to create? Inline policy. Have you worked on bucket policies? S3 bucket policies. Yes. I gave one task that user one bucket, user one bucket access. Have you done that? Through IAM policy you have done. Okay. That should be also fine. But what I said was, you have to do through IAM policy also, and you can do with the bucket policy also. There are two different ways you can do it. Okay. So what I'll be doing here is, I'll be giving very limited access and I'll generate one policy. I'll put it in bucket policy, not with the IAM. And I'll show you how to do that also. Okay. So what kind of policies that you need to give? That means what kind of access? Is it full access? No. So he need to list the bucket. He need to get the objects and put the object. That's it. Only three things. I'm not giving full read. I'm not giving in full write. Just he's listing the bucket and he's just getting the object and then putting the object. Clear? So here I write the bucket policy. So attach the bucket policy. Okay. So once you create a transfer server, Chitty, once you create a transfer server, it will give you the DNS name. What does it give? DNS name. That DNS name, whom should I give? To the customer I need to give. So this DNS name, you need to give it to the customer. Transfer server DNS name. No, no. And customer should use some tool, no, in order to connect to this transfer server. You know which is the most common tool for FTP people will use? And it is FileZilla. What is that? Not Godzilla. It is FileZilla. So you can use FileZilla, right? And you can use WinSCP. There are so many tools available. Whichever is a favorite tool, you can use it, because based on the people, whichever the tool they got habituated or in their company they'll use, they'll be using it. But I'll be showing you with FileZilla. You can connect with WinSCP also, no issues. Okay, Nana. So what is the first thing that we should be creating it here? So the first thing we need to create here is, should we create a bucket first? This is a bucket. First, we need to create the S3 bucket. And then second thing is we need to attach the bucket policy. Next. So let's go and create the transfer server. That is the third one. Okay. And then we go and create an add user. That is the fourth one. Yes. And then while creating, so fourth one, let's create a IAM role. And then fifth is to create a user. And sixth is installing the FileZilla on your laptop. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Should we do this practical now? Okay. So I'll parallelly write also for you. So what you need to create a public bucket. So we're creating a public bucket. And second thing is attach a bucket policy. First, we'll do these two things. Okay, Aram sir. So let me, online, is this clear, Nana? Chiti? Please ask me if you have any questions. No. If you want to do that, Ashok, then you need to write one script for that. So please see the diagram and then try to analyze. Meanwhile, I'll log into the. Okay. Okay, what is the first step? If you are with me, the practicals will be very easy. Okay, just tell me. Okay. So what do you need to do? First, go and create a public bucket. Let's create a public bucket. Create a public bucket. Thank you. So what is the bucket name? Chipuri. 9 a.m. Transfer bucket. Okay. 9 a.m. transfer bucket. Okay. So Mumbai, should we put it in Mumbai? Okay, Nana. So this one, ACL's enable or disable? Enable. Check. And then go ahead and then create. Do you need bucket versioning and all? Bucket versioning are not required. So click on create bucket. Okay, so the bucket got created. What is the next step? We need to create a policy. See, Nana, how to create a policy? Bucket policy, I'll show you the other way of doing it. So generally, where do you put where is the bucket policy? In permissions, go to permissions. And do you see this here? Bucket policy is there. Click on edit. And here you see policy generator. So open that policy generator. So remember in our IAM, when we learned about this IAM, there also we have the policy generator. There also we had a policy generator. And this is also another policy generator. That is visual editor, and this is policy generator. In IAM, we had what, Nana? Visual editor. And this one is the policy generator. So you can generate the policy here also. This is another tool from AWS. So which type of policy that you are generating? S3. Select the S3. Can you generate IAM policy also? Yes. So I'm creating a S3 bucket policy. Okay. So effect is allow. Principal, that meaning in this account only. And then service, S3 service, and actions. In S3, what are the actions that we are taught to put it here? Are you creating the bucket? No. List bucket, right? Okay. So list bucket. Get object is there, no? Get object is one. And then list bucket. And we are uploading it, no? That meaning put object. Oh. Huh? Thank God. Otherwise, my eyes are not working. Okay. So these three are enough, no? You should say there. See, backside. Okay. So we see the three actions are fine because see in your real time also, please try to minimize the permissions. So it is not at all recommended in your real time to give full permissions. So whenever someone is asking for any kind of permissions, so go with the inline policies only. Okay, don't give the full permissions. Okay, now ARN, to which bucket? We need to get the ARN, no? So this, how to get the ARN? You have this ARN, no? Here also you can select, do you see? Copy ARN, and then put it over here. Okay, Nana? So add conditions. I'm even restricting it very see. So customer meaning it can be outside only. FTP meaning he is doing from outside, from the public network. So can I restrict it also saying that from his IP only he should transfer, not from other IPs, right? So here condition, we can see the condition here. IP address. Do you see the condition? So condition is optional for you. If at all you want to restrict it, go with the condition. Otherwise, not required. So I'm going with the IP address. And here, source IP. Do you see the source IP? Source IP is, and what is the value? Who will be doing the FTP now? I'm only, no. So that means which IP address I need to put it here? My IP, no. So what should I get it here? I know I should hide it here. What is my IP? If you say what is my IP, this one I'll put it here /32. What is this /32? I'll talk about in VPC section. But remember, whenever you are selecting in security group, whenever you select my IP, you will get /32. No? Yes or no? You forgot? Should I show you? In security group, that is your public IP. So if you go to security groups, inbound, edit, whenever you select here, SSH, my IP, do you see this? You got the IP, right? This is the same IP, no? I got it. 183.82.125.5. Similar. And then here /32, you got it, no? Automatically. So this /32, generally we call it as subnet mask. So this subnet mask details, we'll learn it in the VPC section, not here. But /32 represent only one IP. /32 represent what? Only one IP. Okay. So now here I click on add condition. Okay, Nana? Do you got this? Do you see? Do you understand how to generate the policy here? And then click on add statement. And then generate policy. And do you see the policy is ready? Right? So this is how you generate the policy from the bucket policy. So here, so what I need to do, I copy this, and then where should I paste? In the bucket policy, I need to paste. So by giving like this, I'm giving the very restricted permissions. Now, please see this policy. Please see this policy and try to understand. Okay. Tell me what is doing. Hmm? You understood the policy? Okay. So here, very good. So here, it's always best practice is to add, to give the permissions inside the here slash star. So that meaning if I give slash star, okay, where I'm missing. So there is some bucket policy here. That is fine. No? There is a syntax. Do you see the syntax error here? Fix the error. Is there any? Okay. Where did I miss the comma? So here, this is fine. This is fine. And I'll put slash star here. And then here, I press this. Okay. I put the comma here. And then got it? Now we don't have error. So you know what does this meaning? So whenever you're uploading, so it is always better. We are just giving the bucket name, correct? So inside that you need to also have full permissions, no? That means in order the user can upload, create any folder and try to upload it. It is slash star. That meaning inside the bucket. So if you want to give only to specific prefix, can I put only the? Can I write a subfolder name here? Yes. Right. Don't worry. I'll put this policy in the Google Classroom. You can copy paste it, but I don't want you to copy paste it. I want you to generate the policy from the policy generator. Okay. First generate it. If you are not getting it, copy paste it. Okay. So now should we go and save it? No, everyone understood till here? What I did? What is the next? What is the next step? What is the next step? Creating a transfer family. So our bucket is ready. So let's go to transfer family. Do you see this? Fully managed support for SFTP, FTPS, and FTP. So open that. And here you have only this option, create server. What server is this? Transfer server. So click on create server. And here it is asking for, do you see this? SFTP. And latestly they have added something called AS2, which is applicability statement 2, and then we have FTPS and FTP. So guys, now which one we are setting up here? Which protocol we are setting up? SFTP. So if you want the transfer server to accept FTP also or FTPS also, you can select this like this. But if you want your transfer server to select to go with only SFTP, select SFTP. So based on your requirement, select the protocol. So which is the protocol that we are going to select now? SFTP. So should we select SFTP now? Is it clear? And click on next. And then here it is going for identity provider type. So that means we need to create a user, no? So user meaning you can go with your Active Directory also, you can go with the service manage, or you can go with the custom identity provider. If at all, remember we discussed about SSO. So with one user, you can access all multiple services. If at all you have that kind of SSO, then go with the customer identity provider. Otherwise, if you have, remember in Active Directory also we can create users. So you can use that user. Otherwise, just go with the service manage. Service manage meaning create and manage users within the service. It is completely managed by AWS. The backend entire directory will be managed by AWS. You just need to go and create the user. That's it. Now, is this clear? Which one we need to select here? Service manage. And now click on next. See. So your endpoint meaning what here? Transfer service will give you the DNS name, correct? That is the endpoint. And that endpoint you are giving to the customer, and the customer is in public network or private network, you need to find out. So which one generally we should give now here? Let's go with the public. So, but in your real time, please ask if you want, he will be inside the VPC or he will be from the public. If it is on the VPC and if you want to have a private, go with the VPC hosted, which is internal facing or internet facing. So I'm going with the public. And then custom. So guys, this one, when you create this transfer server, it will give the nasty DNS name. The name is very nasty. So if you want to have a nice makeup for that, where do you do the makeup? Here, custom host name, basically you get it from Route 53. But let's not go to Route 53 now. When we go to Route 53, there we create a separate like this. But till now we use the ELB nasty URL only. No, do you feel any difference? No, that's why here also you will get the nasty URL also. We'll use that same. Now click on next. Click on next. So domain, I told you this transfer family supports S3 and EFS. Which one will you be selecting here? S3, because we created S3 bucket. Can you create EFS also? Do you know how to create EFS? Do you know how to create EFS? Similarly, create the EFS. If it is EFS, select the TFS. Otherwise, select the S3. So I'm selecting S3. Click on next. Okay. So now here, create a new log group. So this is for what purpose? Logging. So generally, where do you see all the logs? In CloudWatch logs. Remember CloudWatch logs? We did it now. So there we'll be seeing all the CloudWatch logs. So if you enable, if you have any group, select the group. Do we have any group? No. So that otherwise, can you create a group in CloudWatch logs? Yes, you can create a group and select it. Otherwise, ask him to create a log. And all the logs will be generated in the CloudWatch logs. Okay. So guys, here I want you to keep everything all this default. So because these are all managed workflows, someone said here, someone asked, sir, if any customer upload any file, do I get a notification? Generally, is that a normal one? No. So that is something little bit of automation you need to do. If someone is putting any inside it, and then you will get a notification. So do you see here, workflow for the complete file uploads? That meaning if at all you get any file upload, then if at all you want to do some kind of automations, then go and create a workflows. Otherwise, no need now. Okay. So guys, this is important because if at all in a real time, if you want to do any kind of automations, you can do it using the managed workflows. So cryptographic algorithm options, by default, it is taking it. This is security policy, which is all your algorithms are enabled, which is for security purpose. So it's already there. Generally here, this is completely managed by whom? AWS only. So I'll tell you, in real time, guys, in real time, customers will do audit. Customer will do audit. So if you have your application, let's say you have hosted or deploy your application in AWS, you are maintaining that AWS application in AWS, and that application basically they will do the audit. They will do the scan. What they'll do? They'll do scan on the URL. They will do the scan on the URL. So there is a tool in the online. So which one we use online, guys? Anyone experienced people? Which is a tool? Qualys. So Qualys scan. Do you see this? So this can be done by, do you see this? Qualys web application scanning. This is not required for you. I'm just giving additional information, which is in real time. So here, try it for free. So basically, it is not for free. Vulnerability scanner. You see? OAWSP. You have so many things, guys. So if you click on it, you have JFrog also. So if you click on it, if you put the URL, what does it do? It will scan the entire URL. So scanning meaning what? Let's say google.com. Sir, what is there to scan google.com? It is not about that. It is not scanning google.com. It is not scanning that. So it is scanning whenever you hit google.com, where all it is going in the backend. That entire backend is safe or not? Are you using good security or not? Are you using good algorithms or not? Are you using good HTTPS certificate or not? Right? And what kind of cryptographic algorithms that you are using? Everything will get scanned over here. And these customers, what they do is they'll scan your application like this and tell you, Babu, this is having vulnerability. That meaning there is a chance of having risk inside this. So they will complain you. So if you don't want to get all kind of compliance, even though your customers scan it, and if you want to pass in that scan, you have to configure it very safely and securely. And all those things will be handled here, security policy. So by default, it is 2020-06. You can select it. Okay. So these are all optional. I'll talk about server host key later. So just go ahead and then click on next. So guys, in this, what we have done, have we done anything in step number 5? Nothing. So create a new log group. So we have done nothing here. Step 5 should be default, and click on next and then create it. So now what did we create it now? We created a transfer server. What we create first, we created a S3 bucket, we attached the policy, and then we created a transfer server. What is the third step here? What is the third step here? So here, create a transfer server. And Nana, which step is that? Step 5 is leave it default. And rest everything you know what to select, correct? What is the next step? Add user. Do you see this here? Once you created it here, the state is starting, so it will be up and running. So do you see here? Add user, or else select this and click on add user. Click on add user. What is the username? Kumari. Transfer user. Okay, no problem. This is your actually customer name. Yes or no? This is actually your customer name, because the customer will be accessing your transfer server using these credentials. Will you create like this? Transfer server, Kumari, No, right? So you need to, let's say, Ching Chang or whoever, we call it as my customer, whatever it is. Okay. So, what you said, transfer uh, user. Okay. Transfer user. You have to remember this. Otherwise, you cannot connect it. Okay. No, no, here it is asking for the role. So before this, what do you need to create? A role we need to create. And this role, what kind of permissions that you need to add for this role? Yes. So open it. Hmm. Why it got scared or what? Okay, let's go to a role and click on create role. No, no, you tell me here. AWS service. Which service I need to select here? Okay, good. Next down. Use case. So who need you're adding a role to this? So the role should be attached to whom? Then which one you need to select here? Which one you need to select? Transfer service you need to select. Yes or no? Why you are saying S3? Huh? So here select transfer. Do you see transfer? Select the transfer service. Okay. Okay, Nana. So you need to don't be very blind or don't by heart it. Okay, so every time we'll go and select EC2 lambda, EC2 lambda, or S3, select S3 lambda. No. So where are you attaching the role? That is the trusted entity here. Okay, so here I select the transfer and click on next. And S3 is the here what I need to give. What permissions I need to give? Here S3. So it's always go in real time, go with the inline, but I'm just now going with the full access. Create and then role name. What is the role name? 9 a.m. transfer role. Okay, no problem. Transfer. Same chapati, huh? Okay. So let's go ahead and then did I selected the this is a problem. I need to select this, click on next, S3 and then create role. See one by one slowly, huh? So now let's go to transfer service and then refresh this. If you refresh this, then you should get here. Do you see? 9 a.m. transfer. Select. Is it clear? So you're adding this user, and giving the permissions. And do you see here? Home directory. Choose S3 bucket. Which bucket? Transfer bucket. And which is the user that you are using here? So in S3 bucket, we have given S3 bucket. Did we give any prefix? No. In S3 bucket, everyone are transferring, no. So is it only one user who will be connecting to this? No. You created a transfer user. That is one user. Let's say I create Ajay user, Vinay user, or Vinod user, Riaz user, right? Ching Chong, right? Like this, you have so many users will be connected. So all the users, they will dump it in the bucket indirectly in it? No. They will have their own home directories. Yes or no? Transfer user has its own transfer user. Vinod has its own Vinod user, Vinod directory. Like this is the home directory. Okay, na? And now here it is asking for SSH public keys. Guys, this configuration that I'm doing is add user. That meaning here, this user is connecting to the transfers. How he should be connecting is the one that is the thing that we are doing it here. So how he is doing using add user. That means what is the user that he's connecting using? Transfer user. That is a user. And how about the password? So instead of password, we are generating the keys. Password, there is a chance of getting leaked. So keys will get leaked? Mostly no. So should we go and create SSH keys for it? Yes or no? So how to generate the SSH keys? So do you remember puttigen? Huh? See how I'm generating the keys. I'm generating keys are two types, public key and private key. So AWS is asking what key? Read it. AWS is asking what key? SSH public keys, public key. So we should be providing what key? Private key. So I need to generate two keys now. Because here AWS is asking, Are Babu, paste the content of SSH public key. So I'll paste the content of SSH public key and I'll be having the private key. So how to generate the keys? Everyone, open putty generator and click on generate. Once you click on generate, do some, keep on doing like this on the with the mouse. I'm serious. That's how it will generate it. Okay, let me generate again. I'm not. The people are thinking I'm joking. It's serious. So I okay. See, I'm not doing anything. Is it generating? Read it there. What is there? Please generate some randomness by moving the mouse over the blank area. Do you think I was playing? Okay. So I'm writing one name. See here. Huh? Okay. Okay. Got generated. I wrote my name. Uh, just kidding. Okay. So do you see this here? Nana, the public key got generated here. Which one is generated? Public key. So should I copy this carefully? So copy this entire key carefully. Okay. Copy and paste it. Okay. But before closing this, what you need to do is you need to save private key. That is the public key and we need to download the private key. Click on save private key. Click on save and yes. And then here you call it as 9 a.m. private key dot ppk and then save. So now we copy paste the public key. So we copy paste starting SSH and end with 8021 SSH 8021. Correct. Everyone understood how to create a user? What I did, Dana? What I did, I give a name called username called transfer user. I create a role and attached it. And then here I selected the bucket and then I generate the keys. Do you understand how to generate the keys? Open puttigen and then do your, painting, do some painting on it. And then automatically the public keys will be generated. And then copy that public key, paste it here and save the private key. Okay, na? Now click on add. Once you click on add, do you see the endpoint? Do you see the endpoint? And the status, okay, now I go to the server and the status is online. My transfer server status is online. Yes, I go inside it. And what is the endpoint of my transfer server? This is the endpoint. And I need to give this one and the private key and the username to the customer. What I need to give? I need to give the endpoint, username, and private key. I save the private key, no? This key and public key also I have it with the AWS. So now I am the customer. So what I need to download first? FileZilla. Which one I need to download, Nana? FileZilla. How to download FileZilla? Download FileZilla for Windows. Open the first link and click on that. I already have FileZilla here installed. Okay. I open the FileZilla. Do you see? This is how we have the FileZilla. If you open it, you will look it. The FileZilla look like this. What you need to do? Go to File and then Site Manager. What you need to click on? Site Manager. Click on the Site Manager, and here protocol. What is that? Which one we need to use? FTP or SFTP? SFTP. And here it is asking for the host. That means which one I need to put here? Endpoint. So I need to put the endpoint. Where is that endpoint? So this copy. And then FileZilla, correct? And then paste it. And this is working on which port number? 20. So here, log on type. Is it anonymous? No. Is it normal? Is it, do you have any password? Or you have the key? So which one need to select here? Key. Select the key file. What is the user? Transfer user. This is all the information that you need to give it to the customer. Okay. And then key. We need to select the key, no? Guys, we need to select the key. Where is the key? So 9 a.m. private key. This one only, no? Open it. Okay, na? And then click on connect. Many people will click on OK. If you click on OK, will it get connected? No, it will just save. What you need to do? So because, many people will click on OK and they'll say, sir, I'm not able to connect. I'm not able to. Everything I did. But the key here, you need to click on connect. See, it will connect. It says OK. And do you see the status here? Status is connected. And then I have connected here. Do you see this here? It got connected. So this is my desktop. The left side is the desktop, and this is the remote side. This is the local side. Guys, left side is everything is local side. Local side meaning what? Our local laptop, our local machine. And the right side is the remote side. So you have two partitions, no? Yes or no? So this left side is a local machine and the right side is the remote machine. And then it shows the directory and this also shows the file. And where it is getting selected at the moment, it is selected my desktop. In desktop, I have all these things. So here, where I've selected, I created 9M transfer bucket. Inside that, transfer user home directory got created. Now, should I just copy paste one thing, drag and drop simply? This is FTP, guys. Do you see? I just drag and drop. See, I dragged, I dropped. No need to write FTP commands, no need to write anything. Now I drag and drop image 1. So what happened now? From this user using transfer username with the key, it got connected to the transfer server. The transfer server will upload the files to S3 bucket securely. So now which is the one which I have uploaded? Image 1 bucket. So this image 1 bucket from image 1 from here, it is copied to the here. Now if I go to the S3 bucket, should I see the image now? Yes or no? So customer has did the FTP, right? So let's go here, objects. Do you see this? Transfer is the home directory got created. Inside this, we have image 1. See how nicely customer did FTP to your S3 bucket using the secure way. This is how you need. So anywhere if you do mistake, this transfer will not work. So slowly you need to do one by one. Yes, of course. It's a Bhaskar, it is listing, no? In the remote side, it is listing image 1. If you copy if you upload anything here also, you will get list over there. Correct. Yes. So logs will be generated here. Where? In CloudWatch. So if you go to CloudWatch, you should be able to, because we selected create log group, right? Let's see whether it got created. Log groups. Do you see? AWS transfer. And which user? Transfer user. Every user will have its own log group again. And then do you see this here? So someone is asking, who is that? Shubhanshu. Shubhanshu asking, sir, all the activities are recorded in the log group? Yes. What is the image that I have copied? Image one. See which bucket? This bucket. Who's the user? Transfer user. So which do you see this? In which region it is? Mumbai region. And this is the server details. Everything is recorded. And sir, once again show the FileZilla process that we have done. What were you doing? Slowly I went, right? So okay. So FileZilla. So should we go and close it again and do it again? Okay. I closed it. Open FileZilla. Go to Site Manager. And then here, which one you need to select? Which one? SFTP. And in host endpoint, where do you get the endpoint? Transfer server endpoint. So put it 22. And then which one we need to select? Key file. And what is the username? Transfer username. And which one you need to select here? The private key that you have generated. Select it and then connect. Click on OK. This is not connected to the server, but now it will get connected automatically. Do you see? Now got listed. Okay, Nana? Clear? So very, very, very useful service. So this is an additional service for you. You liked it? Sir, if you have any other also tell me, huh? If you enable event notification S3 customer, yes, you will get it. Of course, you will get it. All these things, please download from S3. Okay, what is there? I go here, I copy, paste. Download it, no? See, it got downloaded. Transfer successful. Yes, of course, it's a two-way, no? Sir, if the second user get connected, can he able to image one uploaded by okay, there is a question from Ashok. Sir, if the second user get connected, can he see the image one uploaded by user one? Based on the policy that you have given to the user. Simple as that. So for this user, guys, see here, I click on add user, no? Add user. If you click on add user, you have selected the role. For this role, I have given what permissions? S3 full permissions. Instead of that, you need to give inline permissions so that this user should be able to access only this particular prefix or bucket. Hmm? Yes, but it's not good to give full permissions. Every user has its own folder. Good. Very good. Snana, will you able to do these practicals? Yes. Who is the customer in real time? Any customer, anything. So anyone, let's say for example, ah, whoever is paying the money, they are customers. Okay. So generally, for example, customer meaning client only, no? Guys, here, whenever we talk about customer, client, everything is same. Both are same. Client to customer, everything are same. So now let's say, for example, you have lots of data. You have lots of data in S3 and you want to share it. And also your customer need to upload some data to your site, to your AWS account. So can't you use this transfer family? Yes. when I try to mount EFS to the second instance, it will show mount, can't find any, it is EFS tab. You restarted, problem is, yeah, I think there is a syntax issue is there. Please check the syntax issue, Pradeep. And also guys, etc fs tab. What is that? etc fs tab. When you learn Linux concept, you will get to know this. etc, whenever now you mounted, no, you logged in and you mounted the EFS. And if you stop and start the EC2 instance, that mount point will be there. The mount point will not be there because you temporarily mounted it. And if you want to permanently mount it, where you should do the entry? In etc fs tab, you need to do the entry. If there is no entry, then it will give this error called can't find in etc fs tab. Because if you restarted or if you stopped and if you start the service or also the EC2 instance, then you will get these issues. Okay. So guys, please take the screenshot of this. Who will pay transfer fee? Who will pay transfer fee here? Bucket owner. Who is that? Bucket owner. So the billing will come in our account. But who is accessing our data? Customer. For customer also we're doing the billing, no? End of the month. So you include all these things and pay Babu, pay 10,000. Are why 10,000? Who paid data transfer? Who will pay all these things? Okay, next, sir, I said, can you ref me anyone for the last 10 days practicals? So for me, hard time, 11th, I miss previous practicals and could you really appreciate it. Yeah. Ramesh, then, really appreciate it. Okay, this is not for me, for anyone. So guys, here is a request from Ramesh. He is staying in, not in India, in USA, and he has missed some practicals. Can't you get videos, Ramesh? You can get the videos. You can purchase the videos and then you can get it. If not, then go with my videos. That should be more than enough, guys. If not, if anyone are interested to, please, okay, please check with. Okay, please check with admin Ramesh. Okay, if you are paid for that, you should get it. Please check with admin. Okay, okay. Nana, please take the screenshot. Okay, here, hold on. I'll just write. What is the fourth step after creating a transfer? Create a IAM role. Create a IAM role and select transfer and then give S3 permissions. S3 full access. What is fifth step, Nana? Fifth step is add user. Add user. Okay. Sixth step. While adding user, what you need to do? Open putty. Open putty and generate the public key. Okay. After that, copy paste the public key. Okay. In SSH public key. And user. And then save private key from putty gen. Oh, it is not putty, open putty gen. Save user. After that, 7th step, open or download and install FileZilla. Okay, open FileZilla, uh, file, site manager, select SFTP. What is it, Dana? So, protocol. Host, copy paste the transfer server endpoint, and then logon type. Logon type is key file, username, give the username, and then that's it now. That's it. Key file. Key file. Select the private key. Eighth step. Transfer the file to and check in S3. Oh, nicely you got it. Okay. Sir, putty and mobile extreme shortcut keys or commands are same or different? Put you can use putty also, you can use mobile extreme also. Commands, everything will be the same. Okay, Nana, will you able to do this practical? After that, finally, guys, the task final. What is your task? Yes, yes, you can do it. Akhil, same. So finally, what you need to do, see here, select is and then delete. Click on delete and then delete the bucket also. Empty the bucket. Delete config bucket configuration. Okay. Next, CloudWatch logs, which are very important, guys. If you leave this, small sense billing will come. So let's go ahead and then delete log group. Anything else? So roles, if at all you want, delete it or else keep it. No issues because IAM is free. Everything is clear? Okay, good. Yes. Nice. So please, did you took the screenshot? Okay. Nice. Okay, exactly 10:30. Lambda, we covered it. Step functions, no. Did we cover lambda? Yes. Okay, can you give me the final CC for today? Task, especially, what is there to mention? What is your task? Transfer family. Simple. I I took, I wrote this much small steps on the right side. Execute the same thing. Yes, for the EFS also the same thing. Subhanshu. Okay, so that is all, guys, for today, and I'll see you tomorrow with